Hello. Well, I'm the one who's going to say the almost last words. The department head will finish off the conversation, but as the head of the program and the initiator of the program, I get to say a few words at the end, which I'm always glad. And of course, if you need someone to practice against, you can always borrow our Kraken teams if Apex needs to pick up their pace. And you can also use that suit every time you play. I'm sure that your sponsors will allow you to do so. Thank you for your talk. And also, it is very important. I wish there were more students here that actually know that there is also a professional career to go to, although they are on the older side. You guys are reaching your 20s already. So, well, thank you for those of you. It's always nice to be the last one. People travel home as they do on every conference, but still there's a big crowd. I think it's a big crowd of interested people. It's been a very, very nice conference on my side. I have not been able to attend everything, as I've told you, but on the feedback I get from people, everything I've heard, everything I've seen on people that are watching the stream, thank you for everyone that has participated. Thank you for coming from all over the world to our conference, and also to participate in this, I would call it journey or experience or exploration into a new field of knowledge. We are now gathering so many things into one. Instead of thinking esports can spread into everything, I would say that we have knowledge that is gathering into something that I call academic esports. I didn't like the scholastic part. I didn't like the collegial part. I like academic esports. There's something comforting with that word academic. It's like it's soothing, like it's safe. It might be boring at times, but there is something that is comfortable. And when you talk to parents, if you talk to people around, it is easier for them to understand, well, okay, that has something to do with school, it has something to do with education. I might not know what you're doing, but it makes me a little less concerned than saying esports. Yeah, that electronic or digital, especially in the day and age we are now. So that bridging of understanding is very important. Also, to work with to conquer stereotypes. You guys know this. You've been here. You've seen this. Students are doing the stream. Students have participated in organizing this, fixing things, running the social media parts. They are active, social, engaged students. They are not the stereotypical teenager sitting in the basement smelling somewhat questionably. They are active participants in tomorrow's workforce. And this is what we're educating for. We're educating now for jobs that do not exist. And we know somewhat what kind of skills they need. And we know somewhat that games evolve with society. So it used to be that games sort of were just pure entertainment. But what we see now is that I watch games become more and more lifelike skills that are valued in society. I think that game designers are deliberately looking into how can I develop skill sets in a game that is highly entertaining, but something is happening while you do it. And it's possible to identify this. And this is what our study program aims to do. And I know that the students are not always happy with me, with my focus on the academics, with my focus on discipline and attendance and do all the old-fashioned things that I love. And I've been bothering them so bad this year. Why aren't you here? Because when you do play, you need to be doing it together with someone where you actually are. Yes, you are meeting in the digital realm. That's where the esports is happening. But there is that extra dimension that you should not forget. And this is where we are today. We could all meet digitally. We could have met in Azeroth and done this in World of Warcraft. It would have been fun, but the beer doesn't taste as good in Azeroth. So thank you for coming. thank you for participating on this journey. Hopefully, we will continue to work together and have things happening together. Research is one of the most important things that we do, aiming to get students from all over the world to come here and our students to come to you and tie the relationships, not only in the digital realm, but also in the real world. And I will now leave the microphone to my head of department, Folke Haugland, which I know is going to say some well-chosen words that he has practiced for a long, long time. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. So whatever you call it, you all contribute to an emerging research area. Rune talks about digital, but of course the next step is when the digital and the physical world is even more tightly connected. And that's, I had a look into my email, what's called box. And I think we started to discuss this in January 2017. And probably Rune was a bit lucky because I read a lot of science fiction books when I was young. So when he started to talk, I just got these images of my childhood science fiction worlds come through. It still isn't there yet, but I saw it. So I thought this I must support, whatever. It also is about, of course, branding. As you know, you have come to a small university in a way, small town in a very small country. And how should we compete with the largest university in the world? Will probably on their terms. So we must do something else, do it better, and that's what we tried. We had the first AI center in Norway, and the first academic esports program. So I think I also this about we are all children. I want to be children. So most of us get food on the table most of the days, but I think it's also important to have fun. So the word play is often misunderstood because I feel that I have play a game when I am working. What about you? So we want to have fun, and I see that many of you do. So I hope you have enjoyed the listening to the inspiring talks, the discussions, meeting new and old friends, and I hope that this is just a step on the journey, as Rune said, where this is just the first step on a long journey towards actually what we all want, a better world. And that's inclusive, it's open, it's democratic and friendly. So I hope you have experienced this in our home small town. And I hope we can see you back sometime, all of you. And I know that Rune and the others from this university wants to visit many of you in the future soon. So the last thing I can do is to wish you all a safe journey home and hope you have enjoyed the stay.
See, you never get rid of me, but because there's one thing. No, it's not the last word, because there's one thing that is extremely important to remember. There are two people or three people I would like to thank. One of them is like a mass. That's the students. The students that have participated in the stream, that have participated in getting all these events running. Some of them are here, some of them are not here. Some of them have worked hard, some of them has not worked very hard. But everyone who participated on the student side, we are very, very grateful. We could not have done it without you. It's as simple as that. So for once, I'm going to have to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. We could not have done it without you. So thank you to the students. The second that we need to is Elizabeth sitting up there. You guys cannot see her, Oliver. She has done a fabulous job organizing. We are not very organized people. Oh, well, he's German, so it doesn't count. But she has provided everything from the get-go, with applying for the funds for the conference, participating, helping us arrange it, do everything. We had problems with the booking that didn't work, food, everything. So thank you, Elizabeth. This was absolutely fantastic. We could not have done anything like this without you. So an extra round of applause. I should have mentioned the fourth part. This is my colleagues, but they know I like them anyway, except I will put out Tobias, because you have to come up here and receive your part of it. I know you hate it, but Tobias, as I said, I stalked him for a long time. Finally, he relented. Now he's stuck. But this program is, of course, put together by Tobias. He's been working really hard on it to get everything and every piece together. The conference has run very smoothly because of him, in spite of me. Now, so Tobias, thank you for putting us up on the map, bringing your knowledge to the university, also validating my cockamamie ideas, which was my first impression when I was in 2017. You're never going to make this. I made it, but I missed the research part and the validation by the research community. So thank you, and thank you for arranging this conference. And I hope that you are as satisfied with it as I am, and you will get the last word.
You're missing someone. Tony.
Yeah, I will also mention Tony. He is still one of our employees. He was in that box that they know I like them. But Tony there is a German word that I know isn't it called Prügelknabe? That's like, it's like, that guy has been having a hard time, because every time I can't do anything, I turn to him. He's a former student, so he knows this as well. You guys have not been here long enough to understand how demanding I can be, but I would be lost without Tony in these days. He is a jack of all trades, and he has one big problem. And so if anyone needs to mow the lawn or something like that, he cannot say no. So I'm trying to teach him that. So Tony, thank you for running like crazy. And I know that you enjoy a good bourbon, and I'll make sure that you will also get some. Ben won't drink it all. Now, Tobias, this is your.
Yeah, I mean, as Rune said, I hate those things. But no, definitely something. Thank you to all of you that you came when we called, when we did the Batman signal out, and you came all around the world. And this is something where we are really happy about that, and we want to do stuff like that even further, doing collaborations more and more, and the part as well. That more and more the students are taking this seminar over at some point. This will be run completely by the students. That is my dream. We're talking about pipe dreams and everything, but that is what we want to achieve as well with our master and everything. That this is something where you were talking about volunteering, networking, and everything. That we give you the chance already at the beginning to have that within the curricula. And therefore, yeah, thank you for being here, and safe travel home.